How's that? I'm in Istanbul with Archbishop Laszlo, and we are attending a conference that focuses on the work of one of the great 20th century thinkers, Sa'id Nursi, one of the finest theologians in the Muslim world. One of the things that's so noticeable when you're here at this conference is to see all the young people that have gathered around, that have been called forth, I suspect, both because of who Sa'id Nursi is and also because of his great work called the Risale-i-Nur, which is a great, I call it a spiritual commentary on the Quran, but it is a way in which the Quran helps one engage the world. When you see, my sense is that this is a kind of Islamic renaissance that we're witnessing here. So we've asked several young people who are part of the conference and who are working on the Risale-i-Nur to come and talk with us a little bit about how they've come to this. So, Zeyneb, you are here. And you live in Germany.
That's right.
But you have these nice, deep Turkish roots.
That's right. I'm blessed with the Turkish culture, the language, the German culture, the Kurdish one too. So, but my Muslim identity helps me to really embrace all these differences and really take the best out of these cultures and come to an understanding where I really embrace it and see it as an enrichment in my life, and not so much about my identity.
Right. Now you're doing your PhD at Georgetown University in the United States, and you're doing some work on Nursi there as well. What I'm interested in is, how did you meet Sa'id Nursi? How did you come to meet the Risale-i-Nur?
I was introduced to the Risale-i-Nur 9 years ago. So back then I was 18, 19 years old. I was at a German high school, a senior high school. And I was, like many youth at a time, experienced a time of deep crisis, identity crisis, where I tried to some extent, live a life which was close, to a German secular environment. So I tried to be, like the non-Muslims in my environment. And at the same time, I had the Muslim environment. I had a Muslim family, I had a Muslim identity. And I really didn't know how to really unite all of these things and to find a balance between these two worlds. And I didn't know really where I belonged to, and I was always challenged with questions and by my secular environment, by the questions and issues I had with non-Muslims. So I really felt into a struggle, really asking myself, what is Islam about? What does it mean to be Muslim? Can I really reconcile faith with logic, with reason, also satisfying my mind and my heart at the same time? So it was really a time of transition and deep crisis. And then I came across, and I was looking for answers in different Muslim communities, in different groups. And I came across, was introduced by a friend to the works of Sa'id Nursi. And I felt really the first time that there's someone who really understands what I'm going through. And
you heard yourself.
Absolutely. I really felt like seeing in a mirror and listening to a person who experienced the same issues, growing up in a secular environment, experiencing the same struggles, Muslims facing modernity, facing questions of faith and science, reason and faith, and how to reconcile them, how to come up with something which is not only satisfying the mind and reason, but also talking to your heart and soul. And it was so profound and struck me so strong that I really felt this is really what I was looking for. There are the answers I was I was even not sure what I'm looking for, but once I was introduced to the thoughts and ideas, I was totally, it had such a great impact to me that I was very much influenced, and until now, Nursi's ideas really shaped my life, had a profound impact.
Can you say a little bit to us about one or two of the key ideas in Nursi's thought, drawing on the Quran, which sort of reposition you in relationship to the larger society? What does Nursi give you for living a rich life in Germany, in the United States, in this moment in history? Because Nursi was not afraid of the modern world. He simply helps reorient one to us. Can you say a little bit about what two or three of the aspects of that are striking to you?
Wow, I think there are so many aspects which I think are so profound, but one of the bigger ideas, and I think this is one of the main concepts in Nursi's works, is really that he focuses on an inner transformation, really looking into
inner transformation.
Inner transformation, meaning that he really looks into what does it mean to be a human being. I mean, let's set aside what does it mean to be a Muslim, but really focusing on the most essential questions in our lives: how to deal with emotions, how to deal with our feelings, with our weaknesses, with our human impotence, and looking really deeper. What does it mean to have a human heart? Questions about really your inner world, not so much focusing on the outer world, but once you really have an understanding of yourself, why is there the reality of weakness? Why is there the reality of having an ego? And then you really get to know yourself better. And once you really have an understanding of yourself, what does it mean to be human? How to deal with your human capacities? Then you are really able to relate to others and to understand them more fully. And for me, that was the most profound thing, because most of the time when we talk about Islam, there's so much about rules and regulations, but the ethical dimension, the dimension of the heart, the inner core, is so much dismissed in current conversations about Islam.
They reduce the ethical dimension to mere morals.
Absolutely, yeah. And not just about manner or behavior, do that, but really looking into you are a human being, what differentiates you from other creatures, and what does it mean in terms of your responsibility in society. And I felt that was really very profound.
You know, in the Hebrew Bible, in the prophet Ezekiel talks about, there's this one phrase that is so lovely that reminded me of. He says, it's a prayer to God, and it says, take my heart of stone and give me a heart of flesh. So, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Good to talk to you.